Crystal. I'm Mary Shelton.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I really appreciate you coming in today.
Thank you.
Before we get started, I just wanted to make sure that you've gone over the personal disclosure statement out in the lobby. And did you have any questions about that document?
No, I read it and signed it for you and everything.
Okay, perfect. So, if any questions do arise about that throughout our time together, please just let me know.
Okay.
I want to just kind of give you a warm welcome and let you know I want you to feel really comfortable here. So if there's anything that I say or do that, that bothers you or makes you uncomfortable, please let me know so that I can make adjustments and I want to make sure that this is beneficial for you.
Okay.
I wanted to just first check in with you and see what brings you in today.
Well, I'm kind of here because my husband has kind of pushed me to come and talk to somebody again. I guess I'm just having a lot of trouble sleeping, and I've been really sad, and I guess you can say depressed lately. And I just really need somebody to talk to.
Okay.
A lot's been going on. I've been crying a lot, and it's really hard for me to get out of bed and take care of the house and get my kids to school. And I know as a mother, these are things that are my responsibilities and that I need to do. But it's been really hard because I haven't been feeling like myself lately. And I really just been getting irritated, on a whim with people. And my husband's been saying that I need to stop yelling at people, and I don't really know what's causing it, and I feel bad about it, but it's just I get so irritated. And really, I've been having help taking care of my kids from my in-laws, and I just feel like it's really hard to trust them lately. I haven't been able to fully understand why, but I know that I really don't want them helping me out a lot now. I'd rather do it myself and just kind of take care of stuff. But again, it's just really hard for me to want to get out of bed because of just how upset I've been feeling. And like I said, even to the point of depression. And I really haven't felt this before. I have been to see a psychiatrist in my past, but she really didn't understand me, and I was taking these medications that just made me feel even more tired, and it just really wasn't a good fit.
Okay.
So.
Well, I really appreciate you sharing that information with me, and I'm so sorry you've been going through all of that. But I'm very glad that you're here because I think you're in a good spot where we can work together on helping you alleviate some of those problems that you're having.
Good.
I want to today kind of take some time to ask you some questions to get a little bit more information about you and about all that's going on. And I just wanted to clarify a few things. You said your husband has encouraged you to come in, and that you were also saying that you're not feeling as comfortable with your in-laws. But if I wanted to clarify, though, you said you don't know why you're not trusting them as much as you used to.
Yeah, it's just been really hard. I guess because I haven't been able to sleep, and I've been really tired, and I've even lost weight. It's very unusual. And like I said, I went to talk to somebody a couple weeks ago, but it just really wasn't a good connection. And she had me on this medication that I stopped taking, and I didn't go back to therapy. So it was just a lot.
Okay.
But now I just feel like it's time for me to come back and talk to somebody.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming in, like I said. So you talked about the medication that was prescribed, and you said you're not taking that anymore, correct?
No. I stopped taking that.
Okay.
Now, it just made me feel so tired all the time, even more than usual.
Okay. And as far as other medications, are you currently taking any other over-the-counter medications?
No, I don't really take those. use.
Or any prescription medications?
No.
Okay. And I also wanted to ask you just about with substance use. Do you drink alcohol?
No, I haven't drank since I've had my children.
Okay, okay. And what about drug use? Do you use any drugs?
No.
And I just wanted to say too, during these questions, some of them might feel a little invasive. So if you feel uncomfortable about anything I'm asking, just let me know. We can pause or skip one.
Okay.
So I know you use the word depressed, that you've been feeling depressed, which is something that's been going on with you.
Yeah.
Do you have any mental health, like a history of any mental health concerns?
Not that I know of. I don't believe anybody in my family does. I used to go to church, but I stopped going to church too, and I haven't really been talking to my sisters or my mom lately. I just, even though my pastor has been supportive of me, I just feel like maybe I shouldn't talk about these issues to him. Maybe I should talk about them to somebody such as yourself. And like I said, my husband has been supportive. And he's encouraged me to come and talk to somebody again because I just have been irritable and yelling at people a lot lately. But it's just my in-laws, especially my mother-in-law, has kind of been getting on my nerves, and I don't want to push them away because I don't really talk to anybody else or have a lot of friends. But I don't know. I just want some help.
Okay. Well, I think you're in a good place to start. And I think it's a great thing that you're recognizing that you need help and asking for help and seeking help. When you talked about your pastor not wanting to talk to him, are you concerned about what they think, or do you feel like they don't have the right information, kind of thing?
I guess maybe partly is they're not going to understand me, and that maybe what I'm telling them is not really something they want to hear.
Okay.
I guess I've just kind of lost my faith a little bit.
I understand. I think going through trying times, it's very understandable to question a lot. So that makes a lot of sense. When we're on that topic, so to speak, about kind of questioning things, when you've been feeling down and things have been off, have you ever considered hurting yourself or killing yourself?
No, I haven't thought about it. I mean, I just don't feel like that's something I would do. But sometimes I do think I'm better off not here. I'm better off dead. But I mean, it's not like I want to kill myself or hurt anybody else. But that's not something I think I would ever go through with.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have my children to think about.
Well, and that's so great that you have, that you have your children and that you are, you can find strength in knowing that they need you.
Yeah.
So at this point, that's not something that you have considered or made a plan or anything of that
No,
nature?
nothing of that. No.
Okay. And what about with do you ever think about hurting other people?
No, I mean, I get frustrated with my in-laws, but I don't think my husband would approve of me hurting them, so no.
Okay. Alrighty. And I apologize for writing. I'm just filling this out for notes, so I'm just making little notes about what you're saying.
That's fun.
So going back to, we did talk about the one medicine you've been on. Do you have a history of any other medical problems? No. Just besides that, I guess the antidepressants I was on. But other than that, I'm healthy as a horse. Okay, great. Wonderful. What about any other issues that I should know about, or physical, mental, anything that you think might be relevant? I know you've already shared a lot of information to start, so...
No, just besides being sad and tired, and sometimes it just being hard to trust my family. think that's really all that's been going on, even though it's a lot. But I mean, it's just, I think it's not really anything past that.
Right. Well, that must be really frustrating to feel. It sounds like you might feel lonely. I mean, with not being able to trust anybody and kind of feeling like you're pushing people away.
Yeah.
Would you say that's true?
I guess to a certain point. I mean, I don't have many friends, and like I said, I don't really, keep in contact with my mom or my sisters, and I do need help with my children because sometimes, especially some days, it's just really hard for me to get out of bed. Sometimes I'm late to school because of it, and I feel bad, but I don't know why that mistrust is there. It's just hard sometimes.
And it sounds like this kind of thing is interfering with your day-to-day life. Would you say that's true? I mean, with being late and not being able to get out of bed?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
And how long has this been going on?
At least a few weeks, if not longer.
Okay.
Because I went and talked to somebody else a few weeks ago. That's whenever I got that medication.
Okay. And tell me about your support system. I know you've mentioned your in-laws, your mom and sister who you aren't talking to as much. So it's really, does it sound like it's the kids and
my
your
husband?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else that you would kind of consider your support or your group of folks that you look to?
I mean, my pastor, to a certain extent. I feel like maybe I should get back into church since I stopped going, but I really would like to just resolve these issues first.
That's understandable. But it is important to have a strong support system, and it sounds like you do have a lot of people that that care about you. So that's a really good thing to start. And I think that that hopefully, as we get you maybe feeling better, you'll be able to kind of reconnect a little bit more with those people.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So you already kind of touched on this, but so you said you've been feeling depressed, and I know a few weeks ago you went to the doctor, so I imagine you were feeling this way a little ways before that appointment. So do you have any idea, has it been multiple months or
I mean, maybe like a month or a little bit longer.
Okay.
Like I said, because a few weeks ago I went and seen another doctor, but yeah, I just been really sad and crying a lot, and like I said, it's hard for me to trust people and be emotionally there with people, and like I said, some days I can't even get out of bed and take my children to school. So.
And how does that make you? How do the kids react to that?
I mean, I guess they're wondering what's wrong with me. Why I'm not
Mm-hmm.
acting like my usual self, and then I begin to question the same thing. Like I said, I haven't really been able to take care of the house or anything like that, so I think that really affects them. Having to do laundry and dishes and clean up and stuff like that. So I think it's affecting everybody.
And would you say that you've been anxious lately or worried?
Not really anxious or worried. Maybe just, again, about that mistrust.
What about, have you had any issues with your ability to focus?
No, not really. I think it's just me being upset all the time is making it difficult for me to do things, but not necessarily hard to focus on things. Yeah.
What about your sleep patterns? Are you having any trouble sleeping?
Yes, it's awful. I wake up before the sun rises some days, and I'm just, but then I lay there and then I can't get back to sleep, and then I'm so exhausted when it is time to get up, and it's like my night and days are mixed up.
Mhm.
So it's really difficult for me to sleep right now.
And how long do you think that's been going on?
I would guess maybe a couple weeks.
Okay. Well, that makes everything harder when you're tired, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So we definitely wanna try and work on this. So what I'm thinking I'd like to do is, right now, I would like to kind of set it up to where we have some ongoing sessions together, where you'll just come to my office, and would you be comfortable with coming in about once a week?
Yeah, I think I can make the time for that.
Okay. And so what I'd like to do is kind of, before we end our session today, kind of establish some goals about the things that you would like to work on. And it sounds like there's some good items that you've kind of addressed already, but I wanted to talk through those with you.
Yeah, sure.
So the thoughts I had were, one of which was trying to work on potentially seeing a psychiatrist who might be able to help. I know that you had a medication before that was not, that was making you feel very tired, but my thought is there may be other medications that could have similar, positive effects,
Okay.
and without those side effects. How would you feel about that?
I guess it's worth a shot.
And it doesn't necessarily mean that medication would have to be prescribed or would even have to be long term if it was, but it's something that we could look at as an option, just so that you know what options are out there.
Okay.
Another thing I want to work on with you is kind of looking at your thought patterns and how that's affecting your behavior. So, that there's issues with having trouble getting up in the mornings and having trouble getting through your day. When you're having trouble sleeping, are you having racing thoughts, or do you have any idea about what's keeping you up? Or
I mean, some days it is racing thoughts, but it's like I can't really piece it together, and then other times it's like I'm so exhausted I want to go back to bed, but it's like my brain just won't shut off for me to go back to bed.
I got you. Okay. So what I'd like to do, like I said, is some weekly sessions to meet together to try and work on reducing some of these symptoms that you're having, of feeling depressed, for the crying, and maybe working to increase your trust in other people.
Okay.
How does that sound?
Yeah, I mean, I think taking baby steps towards those things would help.
Okay. And I think that you've done a great thing, like I said, by coming in to start to I mean, this is the first step to kind of making an improvement. And I know that it might be hard, to get over here once a week, especially with everything else going on. But like you said, I know you have your kids in mind and wanting to kind of get back to your normal self and what you usually do and how your family usually operates. So hopefully they can continue to be a motivator for you in coming in and working together. So what I'm going to do is, with the information that you've given me today, I'm going to go through and help develop a treatment plan for you called an I Can Start. So I'll kind of look at all of the areas that we've talked about and kind of put together an idea of more formally the goals that we'll be working on, and we'll kind of build off of that.
Okay.
And oftentimes people come in for about 6 sessions, but that's not set in stone. We may do more or less than that, just depending on kind of how you're doing. We'll keep kind of assessing it as we go.
Okay.
Does that sound good to you?
Yes.
Well, wonderful. Well, again, I appreciate you coming in today, and I will look forward to being with you next time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank